Hey folks. So first, some housekeeping for those of you who have noticed that haven't been a lot of videos recently. We have been involved with some just unbelievably weird family stuff, horribly strange family stuff. So I have really been unavailable, but I'm home. So check it out. This is a Grandfather Tuna case. Titanium 6159 7010 Grandfather Tuna. So it's supposed to be an automatic high beat. Yes. Okay. Well, I don't have a 6159. I could absolutely make a movement, a regular movement to fit this. I mean, I should be able to do it easily because any of the 6000 series, I could do it. Heck, I mean, maybe with some fiddling, I could even get a 5126 in there. What about a 5200 series? 5200 series would make it, certainly would make it high beat. That'd be trippy. But anyway, I'm sorry, I got off in the weeds. This thing came to me in pieces. I have some of the other stuff. This is an NOS, never used 7C movement. And you're like, well, why in the heck are you talking about 7C movement? Well, just for fun, I was looking at this case after I cleaned it, and I'm like, I wonder, because of course they use this movement in all subsequent tunas, but in a screwback case, the 7C won't work because it's up against the inside case held like this. This is floating on that right there. So believe it or not, it actually fits. This was the thing when I looked down you can't see it, but you can actually see the alignment is correct on the stem. Okay, so then you're like, well, okay, that's great, but why? I said, well, because it would allow me to use this dial. Look at that thing. This was a trade-in. It's got a little scratch right there. So, but I was thinking then, I wanted to use this because I love this tuna dial. I think it's really cool. Hang on. Love to use this dial. It's super cool. But with an automatic movement, any other automatic movement or any other thing, I'd have to snip the feet. I just do not want to do that. I just don't. So I think that, I don't like doing that, but okay, everybody cover your ears. Okay, so the one thing, well, no, there is no one thing. That actually should be pretty straightforward because this dial is for a 7C watch. And we can see that it's already dropped into place. I have a handset. I dug through all my crap. And let's see, where did I put it? Well, I've got a few handsets. I got some Marine Master handsets. Like real ones. That'd be kind of trippy. I wonder how that would look. Hang on just 1 second. This is just understand. And it is a lot. Yeah. Okay, let's see. It just took me a second to drop that in. It's not really sunk in place. Let's get the chapter ring in. Oh God, it's greasy as hell. Wow. I gotta clean that up here just a second and get some of that grease off. Okay. Let us see now if the 6159 ring will fit with this 7C ring. That should be metal for a 6159. I think I got the wrong one. Well, I don't know. I'll try it. I mean, it does fit. It's the right height. I just would have sworn that the chapter ring in the 6159s was, I would have sworn that it was metal. I need to make sure that I have all my bits, because I've got a few bits. Got a couple. There's the Grandfather Tuna shroud. And here is a golden tuna shroud. Again, the golden tuna uses a titanium case like this, but it's coated with titanium nitride, gives it this gold look. But other than that, it's the same. It really is. So I always used to think this is the 6159, and it's got these big flanges on here. It's kind of like a squashed helmet design, actually, kind of. That's what it is. But I've never had both shrouds models right next to each other. I think this might actually be the first time. And there we can see some of the, right there, you can see some of the main differences. We've got this shroud down here. Oh, look at that, it's a much deeper cutout. It's the same ceramic plating on stainless steel. And it looks to, when they went to this, they went to the shallower cut as well, which was replicated on all subsequent shrouds, including on the Arnie's and everything. This one is sort of, it's a big old beefy shroud. So I have to think about that. Put those back over here. Let's see. 7549 7010 Vintaloom. That's an older Vintaloom. I don't make it that white anymore. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Man, I don't even know how long ago I did these hands. Now, I'm hoping I don't have some kind of a situation where 7C hands don't fit on a... I'm confused. Never mind, scratch all that. I did have some other things. Like, I have a set, including the hands somewhere in gold. Not in this packet, but this is for the early, it's not like the limited edition one. It's like one that came right after. It didn't, basically it was the limited edition with the gold and everything. But it doesn't have the limited edition text. Isn't that neat? But, it's one of these things. It's sort of the round top markers. It's one of the few things about the Marine Master that bugs me. Because the real deal has, the original is just flat as a board, which is nice. Okay, what do I have? Don't I have those other hands? Ooh, wait a second. If that drop-in is right, that's a 7549. I happen to have a completely roasted 7549 dial, but I don't know. If it wasn't for the paint damage, I think it'd be pretty okay. This one probably got a lot of battery acid in it, and that's what that does. The corrosive stuff comes up and eats all that away. I can deal with the loom. I could make the loom white. And I could patch in these areas of black, but I think you'd be able to see it. It'd take a miracle for me to actually make that go. But I could. You clean it up, but then it would look too much like a... Well, I don't know what it'd look like, but honestly, I really wanted to do that one. I think that's the one that's got to be... I got a day wheel. I got to dig that up. Oh, here was another dial. This is an NOS 7C43 7010, which is the Korean one of these. Also a 7C. It's an NOS dial. The red text. Nah, that would look too... I have to go. I have to go with the one. The one they call the Seiko Sun. Look at the beautiful frosting on that. Isn't that nice? The only problem I have now, is I got my thing and I got my stuff. I'll put that there. The only problem I have now, like I have the crystal and the screw down ring, and I have all the parts and everything I need. And I have all this stuff, but I do not have a rotating ring. Don't have a rotating ring. I'd love to get a 6159 one simply for the color, but a golden tuna one will go right in. So that's the one thing I'm missing. I have some sumo bezels, but I can't imagine that there's any way they go on. I'd rather just get a real 7549 or 6159. I don't know. I'll think about it. I shall think about it. So anyway, ideally we should on the far side of this end up with a 7C46 Grandfather Tuna. And you know what? I already didn't have, the whole watch wasn't complete anyway, so you know who is really that concerned. Just for fun, I'm going to put that there. We get a sort of a better idea of what we're looking at, maybe. If I went with just an insert, that might actually be better. Nah, screw it. Let's use our imaginations. So we got this. There's some 549. Because it would give it definitely a... That's just silly. Get off there. It would definitely give it sort of a shorter, trimmer look, even though the case itself is higher. No, it's not. The case is exactly the same, Spencer. They didn't change a thing. Let me get these. Let me get those hands out of there. I got a little too enthusiastic. Okay, get out of there. Right. Well, I mean, that works, I guess. That is the question. The 7549 hands, is that the question? That is the one thing. You see, you got to put on 7C hands because the 7549s, the 7549s are a high torque movement, and so they have a bigger cannon pinion. The whole, everything's bigger when you're a 7549. You see, there's the 7549 dial. The 7C dial. You can see that difference. Okay, so I am not going to be using my 7549 hands because I would have to do all kinds of ridiculous surgery to make that happen. I'm going to have to hunt down a pair of genuine tuna hands, and because I want to make it look as close to hot rod, spec as possible. We look at it side, Again, we can just pretend. We can just pretend. I don't know. Gosh, I wish I had a gosh darn rotating ring. Really annoying. Hang on. I'm just going to get an insert and we can... That took me forever. I mean, obviously it took no time for you, but man, it took me forever. So I just want to look at this and get a feeling for where we're at. So I found, I think, 3 inserts. I just want to mock it up so I can see. I have 2 sumo inserts. I've never liked the big, thick numbers on them, though. I just really haven't. It overpowers the dial. It's a reproduction, but it's an excellent reproduction, and actually rather hard to get reproduction for a Citizen 7-star Parawater. One I used to have one a million years ago. Oh God, and I sold it to a great customer, and it got stolen. I keep hoping someday we're gonna see that thing show back up. Come on, would you stop it? What the hell's going on here? Do I have this thing upside down? Wait, does that not work? I am so confused. Okay. Oh. I mean, the problem is that the depth of the dial looks extreme because the glass and the magnification are not there. So it looks a little deep. I don't know, it's not bad looking, but I'm not feeling it. Of course, it would help if I had a handset, which I don't. What about a stainless insert? Stainless insert. That wouldn't look bad. I don't think I have a stainless insert. Well, I might have a crappy one. Let's see. Well, it's not shiny. That's not metal. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, it's because I got the wrong one. Let's look for the right one. Here. Okay. Let's pretend that this has dive numbers smashed into it. I'm not sure. It might not look bad, you know, if I get a if I get a 7C handset that, you know, has the frosted gray, just like these markers, right? Not high roller, but the frosted, not the high polish, like the 7549. And then if I got this kind of an insert, but I don't know if they make them for any rotating ring that would go in this thing, because this doesn't use a 32 millimeter crystal like a standard 6309. It uses 3.25, 32.5 millimeter, and so it's going to kind of muck everything up. Well, I won't give up. I will persevere. I'm gonna make it happen. It's going to be great. I don't know. Kind of hard to imagine because you don't have the rest of the rotating ring around it. It just kind of looks funny. But okay, long story short, based on what I am, oh, that's a 7002. That's a late 7002 sport diver insert. What was it doing in there? That's completely the wrong one. Wacky. No, that's real. That's real. It's a nice shape too. Boy, I'm crazy. Okay, let us then, what the heck am I doing? I have no idea. Well, the next time we go through, you know, I think that's the look I want, actually. I don't think I'm down for a stainless bezel. I'm going to look at what the 7C had. I might go with that. I like the look of the shorter 7C shroud. It's one of the things about the 7549 shroud that I've just never kind of, well, I don't dislike it at all. I think it's beautiful aesthetically. I think it's awesome. And it's got this polished marker down here, and it fits right over the lugs. It just gives a lot of visual heft to the watch. You wouldn't think it does, but it does. I guess to use the real 6159 shroud would make having it be, you know, a 7C movement. Maybe that would make it seem a little more interesting. Otherwise, people would just think it's a modern, like, Darth Tuna or something. I don't know. I think I'm probably going to have to go with the 6159. Okay, so what do you folks think? 6159? 6159 or 7549? Well, that's that. Well, I'll clean that up. We'll see. Okay, thank you. While I was running around getting ready for the next thing, pardon me, I happened to see, so I grabbed my 7549. Now that's a watch. So I guess if I were to make this thing almost like how the 7C46 ashtrays, they have like a JDM titanium version, and they have an American gold and steel one. Because there's one of these rings I could buy, but it's like $200, and it's really beat up. I just can't do it. I don't know. I haven't learned yet of any. I don't think any of the later rings will work because they have the double clicks. They don't have the 60, you know, the 120 clicks like this. So I think I'm really genuinely kind of locked in. Basically, it'd be nice to have it would be nice to have a silver golden tuna and call it the Silver Tuna. That's what I want. That's my goal. I'm gonna make a silver tuna. Okay, I think I'm straight in my head about it. I'm gonna make the Silver Tuna. Yep, because I got the crown and everything, and it is gonna look awesome. Here's your handy dandy whole deal. I've got the ring. I have everything. I have everything except that rotating ring. Okay. That's what I'm going to have to do. But that means if I'm going to make it a silver, I'm either going to have to get that beat to hell one, which is way too expensive, or a 6159 ring. I mean, the other one is pretty beat up. I'd have to strip the gold off. How in the heck would I do that? I don't have a meteor blaster. That's my problem. Well, you know what? I'll figure it out. We all know what my goal is, and I'm going to do it. Okay. So this, I guess, is part one. Thank you.